So, sales are down in your Etsy shop or even your Shopify shop, and you're looking for what to do in that time since there's no orders to package. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys all the things that I do when things are slow so that you guys can hopefully do this and be prepared for when sales pick back up again. What's up? My name is Liv. I own Designs with Liv on Etsy and now on my own website. I love talking all things sticker shop and giving you guys behind the scenes of my own shop with studio vlogs every Saturday. So if that seems like something you're interested in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell notification so that you get notified for next week's video. I'm going to be going over 5 things that I like to do when things are slow in my shop and hopefully give you guys some tips on what to do to be prepared for when things pick back up again, because I promise that they will. There's just some things with the market and I honestly can't explain it very well, but it just kind of goes like this. So you will have low times and you will have high times, and it's just best to be prepared. So let's just go ahead and get started with the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. The first thing that I recommend that you do when things are slow is to create new products, whether this be designing new stickers or coming up with new products to launch in your shop. Like just recently I started selling apparel, so I decided to do that when things were a little bit slower just so that I had time to do the research and create the apparel and get all the stuff needed to package the apparel. So during that slow time, it was very easy for me to prepare for a launch and then have things pick back up again when I was more prepared and had more time because I wasn't worried about a launch. This makes it easier for when you are actually packaging orders, because you're not worrying about packaging orders, creating new products, and sending out the orders at the same time. The next tip that I have for you guys if things are slow in your shop is to focus on social media. How can you improve your Instagram strategy? How can you improve your Pinterest strategy? Do you want to create a Facebook group? Do you want to start a YouTube channel? All of those kinds of things are things that I have been doing during my slow times. So just make sure that you are paying attention to your social media all the time, but especially when things are slow, because that's how things are going to pick back up again, is when you're driving your own traffic. And Etsy specifically is starting to see that people are actually liking your products, that you are driving to them, and then Etsy will start pushing your product out to new people that are actually searching for it. It's very easy to let social media head to the back burner, but you don't want to do that, especially when times are slow, because that's how you're going to drive your traffic, and if you are doing it the right way, that's how your business is going to essentially grow. The third tip I have for you guys is to do a little check-in with your shop and your stats and your listings. So what exactly do I mean by this? Well, essentially you want to make sure that you are checking your stats and what search terms on Etsy specifically people are using to find your shop and your items, and make sure you're including those search terms in your SEO, so your titles, tags, descriptions, and that's basically just the lowdown of it. SEO is a topic for a whole other video, but you want to make sure that your stats are reflecting what's actually happening in your listings so that your stats essentially improve and your listings improve and you get sales a couple weeks down the road. You also want to make sure that your titles and tags match, so this will ensure that your SEO is correct and it'll help you check to see if it is or is not working. You want to make sure you're using your stats along with your listings together to figure out what's going on. You want to figure out if it's you and your SEO or just the market that is causing this slow time, and the best way to do that is to just do a little check-in with yourself. And another thing that you want to check in with is just your listing quality in general. Is your pricing okay? Are your pictures okay? Is your description telling the buyer everything they need to know in order to purchase from them? Is your shop organized? Is it all cohesive? Do your pictures have good lighting? These are all things you need to check in with yourself when things are slow in order to make sure that it's not you, it's just Etsy that's causing the slow time. The next 2 things are just personally my favorite to do. I of course do everything, but these 2 are just my favorites because it's the most relaxing for me and the most fun, I guess, in my opinion. So the first one is to reorganize your workspace. So my packaging station back here is actually moving into my hallway so that I have more room to package, like I said, my apparel orders. So I'm currently working on that during a slow time. So that's something that you can do. I also have reorganized my desk a little bit here and there, and just in general reorganized my life and my business. So whether you're reorganizing your finances, just reorganizing something in your business is important to do when things are slow, just so that you're not, you don't start reorganizing something and then you can't finish, and then it just causes stress. So just make sure that if you are reorganizing your stuff and your workspace, that you have the time to start it and finish it. And finally, the last thing that I recommend you do when things are slow is to reevaluate your workflow. What kind of things can you do to cut back on your packaging time, your design time? How can you figure out what kinds of things you can add to your shop or remove from your shop that are taking up way too much time, and kind of make this feel more like a passive income? Of course, if you're making things made to order, you can't really do this very much, but a couple things that I recommend to do this. I used to do make to order stickers, but I now switched to ready on hand shipping. So all of my stickers are over here, which I'll link how I organized it up here. But all of my stickers are back there, and I only have listed in my Etsy what I currently have cut, so that I'm not stressing to package orders when I get a bunch and then I go to package it. I'm like, shoot, I don't have this one sticker. I can't package this order till tomorrow, or whatever the reason may be. Another thing that I used to do is I used to have a thank you card with just my logo on the front and blank on the back, so that I could handwrite a thank you note. But now I just have one-sided, and it has my thank you note already written or typed out on it. And then I left enough space at the top for me to write the customer's name. So it's still personalized, but it saves so much time. And another thing that I did was get a label maker so that I could print out my addresses and return addresses, so that I don't have to handwrite those anymore, which is such a lifesaver. You can also pre-stamp if you use stamps, or put your return address labels or any stickers you put on your packaging early, so that you don't have to go back and stick the stickers on each order after you package it. Those are just some things that I recommend doing in order to speed up your workflow when things pick back up again. And you can get 15 orders out in 10 minutes versus 15 orders out in an hour. That's just something you should consider when things are slow, so that you can save time in the future. Alright, so those were the quick rundown of the 5 things that I do when things are slow. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Make sure to head down below and give this video a thumbs up. And while you're down there, let me know if there's any other things that you do when things are slow in your shop, and what other things I can add to my process when things are slow. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this week's studio vlog. I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.